So for someone who doesn't know what a business strategist does, or a wealth strategist, or someone who does what you do, can you explain the role that you come in and help someone take?
Absolutely. So I'm going to take something as simple as when you were a child, maybe you liked to write poems and you've kept a journal your entire life of your poems. And now you're in your 40s and your 50s, and you're like, I really want to do something with these poems, but I don't know what to do with these poems. So I'm the person that's going to ask you, do you want to host poetry nights? Do you want to build a relationship with a local restaurant, or a club? Do you want to be in partnership with them where you host poetry nights? Do you want to write a book of poetry? Do you want to create screenplays where you bring other people in to reenact and recreate these poems? Do you want to create a short film that's like little short stories that involve these poems and whatever it is that you're talking about? Like, what is it that you're wanting to do? Do you want an audio experience? Do you want a video experience? Do you want a live experience? And then what I'm doing is helping you to take that and package it into whatever it is that you're wanting. So what happens is when people come to me, a lot of time, most of the people who come to me, they've been doing something for a really long time and they're stuck in a ditch. So for example, maybe they were coaching for 10, 15 years and they're kind of burnt out. So I'm the person that's, okay, honey, do you want to do retreats? Do you want to do live events? Do you want to create a licensed facilitator program? Do you want to create some type of manual and training for corporations or associations or educational institutions? Like, what's your highest vision of what would bring you joy? So I'm a revenue strategist. So I'm literally helping you to map out the business model for that. And then we're looking at the income opportunity. Because I think what happens to a lot of people is, and I'll use myself, many, many, many years, I was stepping over dollars to pick up dimes. And I'll give you a very brief example. I would run around and speak, Amber, and I thought, oh, my money is made on my speaker fee. I did not realize that's not where your money is made. Your money is made when you stand on stage and you're selling ancillary products, right? Whether it's your future events, retreats, group coaching programs, individual coaching programs, books, tapes, DVDs, CDs, like whatever it is, sponsorship opportunities, magazines, that's where your revenue is made. So it wasn't until it just like hit me, and it hit me in a way, just to be very transparent, where a person in the audience ran up to me, flipped some papers in my face and said, look at all these notes that I've taken. And I went to the back of the room and you don't have a book, a tape, a DVD, a CD, nothing. And so now how am I going to continue my learning? That was my wake-up call. It's not just staying on the stage and trying to teach people everything you know. You know what I'm saying? From the stage, it's recognizing that people need support. Once you get off the stage and they go home, they need support on how to do it. So that's when it clicked. Oh, I need to help them create the strategy for the how. So I'm the how. You bring the why, I bring the how. And then together we co-create miracles.
And I think that's such an important differentiator,
Yeah.
because we do hear business strategist and we hear a monetization strategist. You are a revenue strategist.
Yeah.
Because yes, you have to have the business strategy. That's important. But if you don't convert that with the how into revenue, then that business strategy is a nice little booklet that can sit on your coffee table.
Absolutely. And also, I think too, most of my clients in the very beginning of my business, everyone was a healer of sorts. So it was a lot of, Reiki masters, massage therapists, feng shui consultants, different people with spiritual gifts, and everything was a one-on-one thing, and it was all with their own hands, And that leads to a lot of burnout and overwhelm. So once you begin to have conversations about, how you can bring other people into your experience, now those same people are leading retreats similar to the one that Stephanie did. They have these group coaching programs, they have these very intimate retreats, they have all these things that they're doing where they feel more joy and it doesn't feel like work. So I want to go back to what you said in the very beginning of the call. My job, as I see it, my mission, should people choose to accept it, is to do the work that they love, but have the confidence to receive compensation for it. Because as well as I do, if you're very spiritual, there's this tendency of guilt. Well, I don't think I should charge because the gift came so naturally. And I'm the person that's going to say, you're not charging people for your gift, you're charging people for the value of your time and for the transformational benefit that comes as a result of them working with you. And sometimes we forget about that. We look outside of ourselves and we see the value within others, and we don't think about the value that we bring into other people's lives. And I think that that's something that needs to change. And I also think that's part of what we were talking about with the cooperative versus the competitive type of energy. Because if I think there's not enough for me, then I have to devalue you, because I have to get mine. I have to step on other people to get to the top. And I don't believe in that methodology or that mindset. So when I say to people, honey, there's no competition. Look at how many cookbooks are at Barnes and Nobles. Like, stop it. Look at how many cooking shows are on TV, how many restaurants are all around the world. Like, we've got to come out of that scarcity energy and move more into a sufficiency type of energy. And I think that once we reconnect with not only with our hearts, because that's really what it boils down to, right? Reconnecting with your own heart, with what you love, cultivating some self-love, some self-care, some self-acceptance. And then when you look at other people, you see those people through a lens of love, and I think that's what it boils down to, is just reorienting ourselves to the truth and not this, I forgot what it's called now, this capitalistic, cutthroat type of energy, because that's very toxic.